Hi everybody, welcome to Living Green Sustainability. My name is Deanna and I'm an educator at the Virginia Living Museum. Welcome to the first in a multi-part series about sustainability, what it is, and actions you can take at home to help make a difference. The first thing we need to figure out is what exactly is sustainability. While there are many different definitions of sustainability out there, one of the most commonly used comes from the United Nations Brundtland Commission in 1987. It says that sustainability is meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. That seems like a pretty broad task, but a lot of people who work in sustainability break it down into 3 separate categories to make sure that we're covering all of our bases. The first part of sustainability that we're going to talk about is the planet. This is what a lot of people think about when they think about sustainability and being green. What are some ways that we can help the planet? What are ways that we can prevent pollution? How can we protect wildlife? And how can we make sure our natural spaces stay pristine? But this isn't the only part of sustainability. There's a lot more to it. We also need to think about people. How are the choices that we are making impacting ourselves, our families, our communities, and even others all around the globe? The last thing we need to think about with sustainability is profit. Now, this might seem a little counterintuitive, but it's important because it's talking about making sure that we put our money behind businesses and organizations that live green, sustainable missions, making sure that we're supporting those in our community and around the globe who are going to help further sustainability. We consider something to be truly sustainable when it takes into account the 3 P's of sustainability: planet, people, and profit. Now, what can we do to help? Today we have 2 things for you to do at home. The first is a sustainability audit. Now, this is something that a lot of businesses do in order to help them see what they're really sustainable at doing and what they could improve upon. But it's something that you can do at home as well. So gather up your family and go room by room in your house. Look at things that are sustainable actions you're already doing, sustainable products you might be buying, and then also look to see places that you could improve. Are there certain things that you could maybe buy a different product that might be more sustainable, or a different way you could do something to make it more sustainable? Create a list with your family, and this should sort of act as a goal list or a game plan for you to make changes throughout your home. Be sure to leave us a comment or send us a message with some of those things, and maybe one of our future videos will help you solve one of those problems. The other thing we're going to do today is learn how to take an old t-shirt and turn it into a reusable tote bag. First, let's gather our materials. Make sure you have an old t-shirt that you're happy to chop up, a good pair of scissors, a needle, and some thread. Now, kids, if you need help with this project, be sure to ask your parents. First, you want to turn your shirt inside out. That way we can see the seams. Then you want to make sure that when you're cutting off the sleeve, that you cut on the sleeve side and not on the main part. We want to leave that seam there to help hold our bag together. Now that we've cut off the sleeves to our shirt, we want to cut the neckline. That's going to make the opening for us to put things in and take things out of our bag. You want to leave a couple of inches towards the outer edge of the shirt. That's going to act as your handle. But near the neckline here, we want to be sure to cut out a giant U, sort of like that, and that's going to provide that space for us to have the opening of our bag. Now that we've cut out the neckline of our shirt, it should look a little bit something like this. The next step for us to do is find the bottom hem of the shirt, make sure it's lined up evenly, and then fold it over 2 or 3 times. That's where we're going to end up sewing to make that bottom part of our bag. Be careful when you're sewing because that bottom edge should be pretty thick at this point where we folded over the hem. Now that we've stitched up the bottom, all that's left to do is turn it inside out to see our finished product. Alright, and here we have our final product, a reusable tote bag made out of an old t-shirt that's going to be sustainable in a couple of ways. One, it's helping us eliminate some single-use plastic bags when we take our shopping trips, making our shopping trips more sustainable. And it's also repurposed something around our house. We're giving new life to an old object that maybe might have gone to waste otherwise. Be sure to send us some pictures of you and your family creating your reusable totes. And also don't forget to send us a message or leave us a comment about your sustainability audit. That was things you're doing around your house that are already very sustainable, or things you think you could use some help on making more sustainable. All right, thank you everybody for joining us on Living Green Sustainability, and we can't wait to see you back next week.